suspending Eid congregational prayers across the country, as well as protocol against mass gathering issued by the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19. Further to this, the president, who has traditionally shared his joyous moment with top government officials, political leaders, community heads, Muslim and Christian religious leaders, and children, will not be receiving these homages in a bid to stop the coronavirus from further spreading. Well, it is a well-known fact that this year's Ramadan has been characterized with many differences of no feasting in group and no voluntary congregational prayers called Taraweeh. Despite all of that, in a few hours, it is certain Eid al-Fitr will be here. But there is an uncertainty about how to celebrate it. Musbahuddin Wahab will tell us more.
The search for a new crescent has begun, and so too is the last-minute shopping for the end of a month-long Ramadan fast, Eid al-Fitr. But Salisu Yusuf is uncertain with preparation for any celebration.
I don't know what you go do because this COVID-19, it don't spoil everything.
Elsewhere, little Muklis Olajire, sizing his new dress, is anxiously waiting for the usual flocking to prayer ground on Salah Day. At least, he had seen a few of such in the past.
Do you like it? Yes. Daddy, are we going for Salah dinner? No, we are not going for Salah dinner. You know there will be no Eid this year, right?
Alas, it is going to be a different mode of Salah celebration this year. That their father has been pressing home to their consciousness.
When they brought their new clothes and everything, they were like, inshallah, we'll be going for it. And the moment I just mentioned the word coronavirus, oh, Daddy will not be going to any gathering.
Coronavirus is novel to this generation, but such pandemic is not new in Islam. And in the series of a new normal, with exception of some northern states whose governors have issued a contrary directive, Muslims in Nigeria, like in many other countries across the world, will have a new experience.
Everybody will pray their Salah, their 2 Rakah prayers in their homes with their family. The Muslims should know that this thing that is happening to us, we are not the only one. This is our own turn to share from the world pandemic challenge which the entire world is facing.
Because there is coronavirus.
It is an incredible reality that Muklis and his older sister, Makfusa, are now very much aware of. But they can only hope for a better future soonest.
I pray that the coronavirus should go maybe like before next month.
In Abuja, Musbah and Wahab, NC News.
Benue State government has suspended its initial partial lockdown measures in opening churches, mosques, markets and other public gatherings. Let's hear from Charles Alba.
The review of the partial lockdown by the Benue State Executive Council Thursday resulted in opening of churches, mosques, markets and other activities. Governor Samuel Otom, who announced the suspension of the initial review, said the federal government has directed that the action be put on hold, considering its impending negative impacts.
On behalf of government, State Executive Council, I hereby announce the suspension of the lifting of ban on activities of Benue people, and to say that we have reversed it back to where we were. The Christian Association of Nigeria have also given their backing to the federal government. The Jamaatul Nasrul Islam have also given their backing. That it will be too early and premature for us to open our churches and allow public gathering, marketplace. And if we took a decision and we have this kind of genuine advice that is meant to support the health of our people, we have no reason whatsoever to go ahead with the decision we took.
The governor also disclosed that the third Benue COVID-19 patient has been discharged from the isolation and treatment center, being certified negative for the virus by NCDC. In Makudi, Charles Abba, NTA News.
Let's bring you the latest update on